Good evening, everyone. This is Pradeep, Ambassador of Change from GETI, the Global Education and Training Institute from Lucknow. We are the premier institute for training principals and teachers in India and several parts of the world. And we have many service and pre-service programs. For more information, please go to 740-8401-000. Right now, you are on our disruptive education platform provided to us by our mentor, Dr. Sunitha Gandhi. And on this platform, we have met with and interacted with more than 1,600 educators from India and all over the world. And this evening, we have for you Mr. Jackson Dukpa. He's a freelance educator from Thimphu in Bhutan. He's a BE civil in civil engineering, and he has a master's in transport engineering. He is a civil engineer by profession, but is now a social worker, a philanthropist, and a reformer. He is also a writer, poet, musician, singer, and dancer. And he is the founder of a new business ventures which are designed and intended for global operations. His interests in life are to help others and serve humanity unconditionally, to ignite and bring global transformation for a better world by being the vehicle of hope for the weak and the voice of the voiceless. He has several ventures presently. He is founder and president of a non-profit organization called Global Village Connections, GBC, whose mission is to create a better world. He's the founder of Better World Alliance, BWA, a collaborative platform for individuals and organizations to come together to create a better world through selfless collaboration. He's the founder of GVC Global Ventures, Smart Waste Management and Green Technologies. He's the founder of JDN International Private Limited to offer business consultancies globally, founder of Logical Journeys to promote tourism globally, and he's the founder of JDN Technologies, which offers all kinds of IT services globally. He has several future ventures in mind, and today he'll be speaking to us on tips for a successful career. So, welcome, sir, and over to you.
Okay, thank you so much for having me here today. And uh, I extend my special thanks to Global Education and Training Institute for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts and some of my ideas. So it's very great pleasure to be here with you, Mr. Pradeep Mall. So today, the topic that we have agreed on is tips for successful career, and of course, this is very important. And during our time, there were almost no one to guide us. So now, because of the development of this internet and ICT in general, so we are able to connect, and this is one of the great things. Of course, we had planned to have this session before, but unfortunately, due to some problems, so we couldn't have this session. So, of course, I think that I don't need to introduce myself again. So, but let me briefly share what I am trying to do for the uh, people of the world. So, as mentioned by the host, I am the founder of this global NGO called Global Village Connection, whose primary vision, objective, and objectives is to create a better world. So right now we are building so many different kinds of networks so that we are able to create that kind of a huge global force so that we can actually transform the world. And right now we are building our network in more than 150 countries in the world. And yeah, I have been very successful to connect with a lot of people, and that's how now we are engaged in building this global team so that we can tackle all these global problems. So let me start with today's topic: tips on successful career. Of course, I'm not a professional trainer, but I'm a thinker. I'm a lifelong learner. And today I'm not here to teach anything, but rather I would like to share some of my thoughts on this very important topic. So today I have broken down my presentation into 5 parts. Number one is discovering yourself. Number two is making preparation in advance. Number three is sustaining a successful career. Number four is successful career and a successful life. And the last one, of course, is how to be happy in life. Because being successful, having a successful career means, you know also how to live happily in life. But before again I start, I come from Bhutan and I live in the capital city Thimphu. So Bhutan is a very small country. It's a neighboring country to India, and I'm very proud to call myself Bhutanese because Bhutan right now is the only carbon negative country in the world. And our state religion is Buddhism. Our government is constitutional monarchy. But although we are very small in size and in terms of population, there are so many special things about Bhutan. We have a very unique culture that make us, position ourselves as a very unique country in the world. So let me first start by speaking something about discovering yourself. Whether you want to have a successful career, whether you want to have a successful life, or you want to be happy in life. So the first and the most important thing in your life, especially for the younger generation, is to discover yourself. Discovering yourself means first trying to figure out what are your interests, what are your hobbies, and also it's very very important to know your strengths and weaknesses so that you can prepare for your future. And there are a few things that everyone must know in your life, that you are the captain of the ship of your life. So that means you are responsible for your happiness, you are responsible for your successful career, and you are responsible for your success in life. So this is very, very important. Nobody will come to, rescue you or make you a successful person in life. So you have to take that responsibility. And of course, and everything that you do in your life, you have more stake for your life. That means you are responsible for your own happiness and success. And let me also tell you that one of my quotes, that destiny is not what you believe but what you create. So that means you have to be responsible, you have to work hard for creating your successful life and successful career. So this is briefly about discovering yourself. And now the second point is making preparation in advance. Okay, so if you're a student, if you're a young person trying to venture into serious business in life, so you don't wait until the last moment. Okay, until you finish your study. So from my experience, and I think that now you can, as a young person, even before venturing into your career, when you are studying, so you make all this advanced preparation for your life. That means you need to develop some kind of a general skills. Okay, so the skills of speaking, the skills of communicating with people, and of course the networking is very very important in your life. And now there are so many things that you can learn from the internet, and you need to improve your general skills in terms of ICT. So this is very very important according to my experience. And of course, once you really figure out that what you would like to become in your life, for example, if you want to venture into finance, if you want to venture into banking, if you want to venture into engineering, if you want to venture into health and medicine, so you need to figure out and decide which sector, which areas you want to venture into your life. So once you somehow figure out that you want to venture into this kind of sector, so it's very important to start building your sector specific skills. Okay, so you don't wait until like you are employed. So even to be employed and to improve your chances of getting jobs and all the things, so you actually start building the sector specific skills. There are so many information, and as I said, networking is very important. You can try to engage with people and try to learn. So yeah, there are so much things that you can learn. And of course, once you decide which sector you want to build your career, so it's very important to have the general knowledge of the market. When I talk about the knowledge of the market, I'm talking about the local markets as well as the global market. So this is to have this market information is very important. And of course, a very important thing is to set up your life goals. Okay, and when I talk about the life goals, I'm talking about your professional goals and also other goals that you would like to carry forward as your hobby or something like that. So it's very important to define your goal, what you like to become. So this is according to me some kind of advanced preparation. And of course, when you finally decide that you want to go into this field, and uh, you need to sustain this career. Okay, you want to succeed, so there are a few things that you need to remember. And of course, whichever organization or whichever entity that you are joining, is very important to stick to the mission, to the objectives and the activities of the organization that you are working. So it's very important to keep this in mind. And of course, to perform well and to be within your responsible area, so you need to actually clearly know the tasks that you need to perform under any organization. And of course, uh, in the corporate world and even in other job areas, so you have to be always punctual. And of course, to be a hard worker is very important. And I would like to make this very important point. When you work for some organization or any other business entities or NGOs, it's very important to be part of that team and build that kind of a team spirit, because alone I don't think that you can do so much. Okay, so especially when you are working for any organization, so you need to build that kind of very strong team spirit. And very important and related to your works, and even otherwise, you have to be very knowledgeable. And as I said, knowledge doesn't mean something specific to your work. Okay, you need to have improve and enhance your general knowledge, some information and any kind of knowledge outside your work. And very important. And as I said before, that I myself is a very lifelong learner. So be always a learner, lifelong learner. And when I say learning, there are so many things that you can learn. Even you can even start learning about yourself. And there are so many things. Maybe sometimes the things when you participate in some meetings, when you interact with people, maybe some things are not related to your work, but it's always good to have this knowledge even outside your work. And of course, to sustain and have a very successful career, you of course need to build a very strict financial discipline. And without this strict financial discipline, I don't think that anyone could have a successful life. And the second point is a successful career and a successful life. So first of all, you also need to understand that why you are here in this world. if it's just for the sake of eating 3 meals in a day and just surviving in this world, I don't think there's much meaning in your life. So one needs to give your life a very very meaningful purpose. Okay, so setting the purpose of your life is very important. And the second point here is that live a balanced life. So you need to not only focus on your work. It's very important to have a support system. You need to have a good social life. You need to have a good family life. So it's very important to live a balanced life. And for example, one of the biggest entrepreneur in India said that it is meaningless to receive a promotion on the day of your breakup. So for a successful career and successful life, so you need to lead a very balanced life. And of course, from my experience, I'm somebody who would always like to live my life beyond myself. So we should always try to give back to the society, okay? And we must be responsible and conscious global citizen. And of course, that in anything that you engage in your life, the social networking is very, very important, and you need to network with a lot of people. And you can only network with a lot of people if you engage yourself in a lot of social activities. So it's very important to, engage in volunteering works and this thing. So, and as I said again, always be a life. Long learner. There's no end to learning, and the knowledge in this world is so vast. There's no end to learning. So always be a lifelong learner. And of course, you should build that fighting spirit, although you might face with lot of obstacles in your life. So you should never give up. Okay, you can fail any number of times, even 1,000 times, but you should always get up to fight and live up to your dreams. So never give up on your life. Now, the last part of my presentation is very very important. A successful career is not just enough. Okay, so you should know how to navigate your life in your life and build a very very happy life. So this is very very important. So how I would like to share my views on how you can be happy in life. Okay, so the most important thing for me, especially for me, is that I am a very positive minded person. Okay, so anything that I start, I always start with a very positive attitude. So to wear a very positive attitude in life is very very important. If you start anything with a negative thought and negative attitude, it's very less likely that you can have success in your life. The second point, how to be happy in your life, is that many people fail to respect themselves. So it's very important to respect and love yourself. You should consider that you're just one piece in this world. Okay, so if you cannot love yourself, how do you expect like others to love you? So it's very very important to treat yourself good, to love yourself and respect yourself. And of course, you should never be selfish. Okay, and as I said, you should give to the society and be selfless. Always try to contribute to society, and also respect and love others like the way you want to be treated. So this is very important. And uh, the second last point is that always be visionary. Okay, the good things take so much time to happen. Okay, nothing good happens at once. So you have to strive, you have to work hard, and you have to always look into the future and be visionary. If you are short-sighted, you will miss so many things in the future. So it's very very important to be visionary. And of course, this is some kind of my personal mantra. Okay, that I always tell people that uh, to be happy in life, we should not be selfish, and we have to understand the impermanent nature of life. Although you might be happy now, but it's always possible that like this happy moment can be can turn into unhappy moments. Okay, so even when you are going through rough times, so you will always see a more favorable situation or more sunny day. So you need to understand that impermanent nature of life, and you should not build this kind of a materialistic attachment to anything, because anyhow we're just here in this world for a short period of time. So you should always embrace this impermanent nature of life, so that you can be happy. So I think this is the end of my today's presentation with respect to tips for successful career. And once again, thank you so much for having me here and share my thoughts and ideas. So if there are any questions regarding to your career or anything with related to your life, so I'm always here to answer. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, Mr. Jackson Dukpa, uh, for that talk on tips for a successful career. Uh, you've talked about happiness, etc. What about qualifications, academic qualifications?
Yeah, so of course, in the context of today's world, like what has been happening until now, so we have developed that kind of a culture where we value the qualification. But that's how like we are under our NGO building this education network, trying to unite and create at least 100 million educators by another 1 year. So today's education system is no more relevant. Okay, there are PhD holders in the market, but without jobs. Okay, that means something is wrong with our education system. At least until now, the qualifications have been very, very important. But now we need to, you know, come up with an alternative education system where we can impart, like life skills, so that they can be easily employed in the market. So this is one of this is something that it is close to my heart, and through my global initiatives in building this education network, we would like to see that much required reforms in this area is being, achieved.
Okay, sir. Thank you. So, good evening, everybody. And before we leave, I request you to watch our detox of our disruptive literacy movement by Global Dream, an initiative by Dr. Sunita Gandhi since 2014. This is to ensure everyone's participation by a people's movement in helping India achieve total foundational literacy and numeracy. We have several talks on this every day, and for the talks that you might want to tune into, please go to 7408401000. So thank you, sir, very much. Good evening, everybody. Goodbye, and see you again tomorrow. Thank you so much for being with us.